So what is up, guys? It's Untitled Toys here with another video, and today's one is going to be a Jakks Pacific Koopaling guide on the 2.5-inch and 4-inch figures. This is going to be talking about all the Koopalings that Jakks has made so far as of January 2022, and going to be talking about the best ways to get them and how you can find them for the best prices and get all the Koopalings for your collection. First, we're going to start off with the 2.5 inches. The first one that they made for the 2.5-inch line was Larry Koopa, which released in Wave 12 in World of Nintendo packaging, and then also released in Wave 16, I believe, just in the checkout lane wave. So if you've been a fan of this line for a while and been collecting ever since it started in 2014, you have had some good opportunities to find him. He also released in Walgreens Wave 5 and Walgreens Wave 7, which was in Super Mario packaging. And then just recently, because if you were not able to get Larry, if you just started collecting the line in the last couple of years like I did, he released in Wave 29 only in the blister form because Roy was in that spot, but Larry took over in blister form since Roy could not fit in the packaging. But he also released in Wave 34, which is the wave that is currently coming out at Walmart right now, and that's how I was able to find Larry myself, which is very cool. If you check out your Walmart, you might be able to find him in the checkout lane right now, and if you check your Targets. So your best bet to get this guy, if you do not have him, is to check your Walmart checkout lanes and your Target toy aisles, and you will have a pretty solid chance of finding him. Next up, we're going to talk about Iggy Koopa, which is a very rare one, as you can tell by the price and how it's selling online. Almost a month ago, it sold for $117 on Mercari.com. I am not even kidding. It is absolutely insane. People are desperate to get their hands on this guy. He released in Checkout Wave 23 and did not go in the blister form of the wave because he was too big for the packaging, and instead, Dry Bones took over his place. But this Iggy Koopa guy is very rare, and I was able to find him right as I started collecting the line. But luckily for you guys, after I talk about the 2.5-inch Koopalings, I'll tell you the best way to get this guy. And then up next, they made the Lemmy 2.5-inch, which is one of the more recent ones that they made that came out in Wave 26 in checkout and blister form. He was made very available and was one of the easier guys to find, at least for me and a lot of others that I know. And he also released in a GameStop Mario and Lemmy multi-pack, which came with Lemmy, Standing Fire Mario, and Lemmy's Ball, which I believe you might be able to find that on the GameStop website. I'll leave a link in the description if that is still available, or you can check out your GameStop and see if they have it in person, and there's a solid chance that they might have it. But if you're looking for Lemmy 2.5-inch, one of the better ways to find him right now is either that multi-pack or going to Walgreens, because he is a part of the current Walgreens wave number 10 that came out with Trophy Piranha Plant and Purple Toad. If you go to your Walgreens, you'll have a solid chance of finding Lemmy there. Although he's one of the more rare ones that is not made as much in that wave, you might be able to find in there. That's your best bet currently right now. The next is the 2.5-inch Roy Koopa Toy, which is also very rare and was in checkout Wave 30. We mentioned him earlier about the Larry wave. He did not go in the blister wave because he did not fit in the packaging, I guess, which was something a little bit strange. So he was hard to get. Unfortunately, my Walmart skipped over this wave, which is very unfortunate. But yeah, this guy, he was harder to find, and he's a little bit more expensive right now. And unfortunately, we have no idea when he will be releasing next. And then next one that they made is the Ludwig 2.5-inch, which is a part of Wave 32, which is very recent. That's just 2 waves back. So your best bet to get this guy right now is to possibly check your Walmart or Target. Hopefully they might be behind, because in November, my Walmart had Ludwig there. So there's a chance your Walmart might be running a few months behind, or Target, because usually Target is behind. My Target, the last time I checked, it still had the Ludwig wave. It did not have Ludwig there, but that is a very good way to find him currently. And then the next one in the next wave, number 33, is Wendy Koopa, which came out with Deep Cheap and Light Blue running Yoshi. So that is very cool. Wendy is one that is a little bit harder to find, but is one of the ones that you might be able to find right now if you check your Walmart and Target. It really depends. Your Walmart might have Wave 32, Wave 33, or Wave 34. Either of those waves that they have, you have a chance to get either Larry, Ludwig, or Wendy. Wendy might be your best bet if you go and check your Walmart right now, because most Walmarts are still on that wave. And then I said earlier, we will be including Bowser Jr. in this video as well, because he is a Koopa kid and he is cool as well, and he's a rare one. He released in Walgreens Wave number 6 a while back ago, and released in Checkout Wave 16 and in Wave 17. Now, these guys, most of them came out a while ago and it is hard to get them, but I have good news for those who want to find the 2.5 inches now and in the future. So, Larry, Iggy, Ludwig, Wendy, and Bowser Jr. are all coming out in this 5-pack at GameStop, this Koopaling pack right here, which I briefly talked about in a video with Rosalina and Boom Boom and that stuff, so that's very cool. This pack is projected to come out in the springtime, so if you don't have Larry, Iggy, Ludwig, Wendy, or Bowser Jr., this is your moment to get them. This should be coming out spring, and hopefully they'll make a lot of this pack and it will be available online, so that's your best bet to get these guys. If you don't want to get them just yet, then you can wait on this pack and you'll have a good chance to find him. And also, another GameStop pack is coming out with Bowser Jr. and the Clown Car, which also comes with 2.5-inch Standing Mario, which might boost up the price of that pack by 5, unfortunately. But yeah, you can find him in that pack, which is supposed to also come out later this year at GameStop. Those are the 2.5-inch Koopalings plus Bowser Jr. Now, let's talk about the 4-inch line with the extra articulation and extra details. The Jakks Koopalings, the 4-inch ones, are some of the best figures that they've made, if not the best ones. And the first one that they released was in the World Nintendo packaging, Iggy Koopa, which released in Wave 12. So this guy released way back there, so if you collected the line back then, you might have been able to get a nice chance of finding him. But then, 8 waves later, he released in Wave 20 in a wave with Ice, Luigi, and Mario Odyssey Mario, I believe. So you had your chance back then. I was collecting back then, but I missed the chance there because I never was able to get to a target in that span due to COVID. But then, within the last few months, Iggy released at GameStop as number 4 in the boxed wave that GameStop has, and I was able to find him right there. Now, depending on your GameStop, some GameStops have Iggy right now, some have Waluigi, others have, you know, Builder, Mario, and Fire, Toad. It all depends, but your best bet to get the 4-inch Iggy is to check your GameStop and hope that they have him there. And also, the Iggy Koopa 4-inch is on Amazon right now, but it is out of stock currently. And Iggy is also out of stock on the GameStop website, which can change in the future. So I will have a link in the description of that, just in case it goes in stock. I will update the text that says out of stock currently. I'll say it's in stock if it is in stock in the future. Next up is Ludwig 4-inch, which released in Wave 18 back in late 2019, I believe, and I was able to get this at the time it released, fortunately. And this guy is one with a lot of detail and a very cool figure. But speaking of GameStop earlier, he's also releasing at GameStop as well as figure number 13 of the boxed wave, so that's very cool. If you check your GameStop, you have a pretty solid chance of finding him if nobody else got to him who wants to get him. So Ludwig, you can see the box pictures right here, and if you cannot find him at GameStop, fortunately for you, wave number 27 for the 4-inch, which is coming in the future, obviously, has Ludwig Koopa in it. So that's very cool. This will be your best chance to get him for $10 if you want to spend the $12 for the box at GameStop and find him there. Then that's definitely what you need to do, but 2 opportunities to get him now, which is very good. Now, next up is the Lemmy Koopa 4-inch figure, which released in Wave 22 with Black Yoshi. Now, this one came out late 2020, early 2021, somewhere around there, and he was made pretty well available. He went to Target, and then he ended up going to Walmart as well. The good news with the Lemmy Koopa 4-inch is that it is currently up on Amazon for retail price at $9.99, which is a very good way to get him now if you do not have him, and I recommend getting that before he goes out of stock. Next up is the Larry Koopa 4-inch figure, which released just 2 waves after Lemmy in wave number 24. So I was very fortunate to get this guy. It took me a while. When I got him, he was defected at Target, and he had 2 right hands, which means that he can hold a wand in both hands, which is very cool. He ended up going to Target and Walmart as well. So if your Walmart is very, very behind on 4 inches, they're a few waves back, that's probably your best bet to find Larry. If your Walmart is right on time with the Penguin Mario wave, then you're probably not going to find him. And if you're looking for Larry Koopa online, he is out of stock on the Target website. I'm not sure if that's ever going to go back in stock, but he is also on Amazon for $20 right now. So if you want to pay an extra $10, you can get that. I will have the link in the description, and keep an eye on that to see if that price goes down to retail price, and I'll also update the links of the Target thing if it goes back in stock there. And then Bowser Jr., he released early in the World of Nintendo line with open hands that came with the bomb. So this one was an old figure, hard to get, and is it's more rare nowadays. But then Bowser Jr. with the closed fist and the paintbrush, that one came out in Wave 10 in the World of Nintendo line. So both of those came out a while ago. The Bowser Jr. ended up also releasing in the Super Mario line in Wave 21 with Blue Toad and Bone Piranha Plant. So he got a more recent release a year ago or two, and that was probably the best recent way to get that Bowser Jr. But the good news is the Bowser Jr. with the closed hands that is coming with both the bomb and the paintbrush is supposed to be releasing in the 4-inch Jakks Gold Series line. So that is very exciting. Here's a picture of it. So it has the closed fist, so you can put the paintbrush in, and it will come with the bomb. So we're not sure what the price of this will be. It is supposed to be coming out at Walmart, so that might be coming out this spring, so within the next couple of months. There is also a prototype Bowser Jr. that is in black and white with the bomb as well, which is a cool, very rare figure that is very hard to find for a good price nowadays. A lot of opportunities to get Koopalings for the next few months in the spring with all these releases coming out, with the GameStop Koopaling pack for 2.5 inch and the Clown Car pack, and then this Bowser Jr. coming out. If you want to count Bowser as well, 2.5 inch Bowser can be found with the Bowser's Castle and Mushroom Kingdom Castle playsets. Those are the only ways to get the 2.5 inch Bowser. And then the 6-inch Bowser is a part of the Lava Battle set, I believe, with 4-inch Mario and Bomb. I did a tour review on that. And the two other figures that Jakks Pacific has made of the Koopalings are Larry and Morton Microland figures. Jakks also made a Microland Bowser Jr. as well that came in this 3-pack right here. Those are very hard to find nowadays for a good price. I hope this video was useful to you, so you know all the information on all the Koopalings that came out in the past in the Jakks line. Hopefully this video can help you get some more Koopalings that you've been looking for and more tips. The best places to check are Walmart, Target, and GameStop. You never know what you'll find. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening to this video about the Jakks Koopalings. This has been MNL Toys. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me your favorite Koopaling. Have an amazing day, everybody.